And of course, they do this to us all the time. I think it's StreamYard. The way
Yo, this is 100% StreamYard.
They do
Like
this all the time.
1,000%.
I'm not even going to lie, man. We'll be bopping to the music. The next minute, they have us here live. I don't get it, guys. But shout out to StreamYard. We got to talk to you guys. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who they are, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets. Spee, if you nasty now. Forgive me, Spee. I had to go with the old intro because it caught me off guard. And of course, I'm here. Word. We have my brother El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. El Jefe is in the building here tonight, guys. We have a special guest in the building. But first, guys, let's go around the room. How was your weekends? And I'm going to start, of course, with our brother here, El Jefe. Brother, what's going on with you?
I'm good, man. Big news out of my corner. I grilled some pork chops tonight, and it's not your typical meat. It's not your typical meat that you throw on the grill. Okay, it's not exactly your burgers and hot dogs. It takes more prep, takes more care. They're a little trickier because they got the bone in them. Okay, that changes everything. But they came out pretty damn good. I overate. So I'm rolling in here tonight. How about you, big dog?
You're literally rolling. Like a little Baloopa. I love it. Yeah. Hey, listen. The weekend was fun. I just new month now that March is finally upon us. I feel like I was saying. I feel like reinvigorated. I got the spring fever. I'm ready to rock. I want to be outside. It's been nice, getting nicer here in New Jersey. And things are heating up on the Giants front too. So I'm excited to be here and talk to you guys. E, what you doing?
Nobody cares about my weekend because, guys, we have a special guest in the building. Of course, guys, we have a special guest in the building, man. You guys know him. Of course, he's on the beat. Of course, he is everywhere. He even works for the New York Post, guys. I'm just saying, man. Our brother, your brother, Mr. Ryan Dunleavy. Round of applause! Round of applause! Round of applause! Round of applause, my brother Ryan. How's everything, man? We appreciate you stopping by. How's everything, brother?
Oh, I'm mute.
Mute it up. There you go.
Hot start.
I got 2 young kids. And there's a Bluey episode where Bluey's dad comes running in and says, "Hey, it's Dad. Everybody clap for Dad." And my kids never clap for me, so I appreciate it.
I got you, brother. Don't worry. Listen, enjoy those days because they get older. I got teenagers now. One's going off to college next year. The other one is to be a junior in high school. Bro,
there you go.
Yeah, we started early. Shout out to the business, man. But enjoy these moments. Enjoy these moments. But, of course, Mr. Ryan, man, we got some questions. We're not going to keep you too long, so I know you got to get back to those little ones there. But it's a hot topic, man, going around in the Giants community here. And just want to know, get your thoughts on it. Have you heard anything or give us your opinion? But Aaron Rodgers, man, is the name that's circulating around the Giants, man. Just give us your thoughts if this is true. And, of course, is it true? Are you hearing some things in the street, brother?
Here's what I'd tell you. Aaron Rodgers is an option to be the Giants quarterback, which I would not have believed before the NFL Combine. Obviously, I do probably my job as NFL reporter for the Post is I probably do, 70% Giants, 20% Jets, 10% league. So I've been around Aaron Rodgers. I will tell you that the people in the Jets locker room, most of them really like Aaron Rodgers. So all the idea that he's a distraction to his teammates, I would say most people in a locker room, coaches and players, like Aaron Rodgers. I am surprised that Aaron Rodgers is an option for the Giants, given all the extracurricular things that follow Aaron Rodgers are not very Giants-esque. But I do appreciate that they are expanding their search beyond their typical criteria. My colleague at the Post, Paul Schwartz, wrote today that the Giants think Aaron Rodgers is the best free agent quarterback available from a football standpoint, and then need to obviously assess all the other things in that equation. I would not say he's like the favorite to be the next quarterback, or that Stafford didn't work out and they shifted to Aaron Rodgers. I would say He's one of several options they are looking at to be the free agent solution to their equation. They will bring in a free agent and a draft quarterback. It's just a matter of who's who. He is one of the possibilities, along with probably, I would say, a slight favorite would be Russell Wilson.
Ooh,
that was my next question. You alluded to it, that Aaron Rodgers may not be the favorite, but you think Russell Wilson, huh?
When I say that, I mean slight favorite. Like,
sure.
If you gave me 5 names, I wouldn't put anybody above 50%, but I would put Russell Wilson with the highest. If I did, 30, 20, 15, 10, I would put Russell at the highest of those percentages.
Okay.
Ooh.
And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can't speak.
Well, yeah. So I guess is Darnold a real option if it shakes? Was he too out of the price range there?
Well, here's what I'd say about that. I thought he was going to be out of their price range before the combine. This is why I go to the combine, because it changes a lot of things I'm thinking. I thought he was going to be out of their price range because I was thinking from talking to people that he was in the 3-120 kind of category,
right?
Where, we're talking $40 million a year. That seems to be the rate. That's what Daniel Jones got, right? That's what Matthew Stafford got a couple years ago. That's what Kirk Cousins got about that. So that seems to be that rate for the second tier quarterback. But then I'm reading reports today. I think, Jordan Schultz maybe, and some other people had that. Schefter might have actually said this too, that Darnold's best bet is to go back to the Vikings. I don't understand for the world of me how that's a good idea for Sam Darnold. He's going to go there. They're going to have JJ McCarthy nipping at his heels. They're going to want to play their first round pick. As soon as he slips up, he's going to be benched. I don't understand how that's a good idea at all. So I wouldn't say he's out of the Giants' price range. I did get the feeling when asking around. Again, I wouldn't erase him from the list because the Giants are desperate. So they're looking for somebody who's desperate on their side of it too. So I wouldn't take him off the list, but I did get the feeling the Giants would be a little bit hesitant after the Daniel Jones massive contract failure to give another one-year wonder player a massive contract.
Makes sense.
I like that, man. And also, Ryan, rumors are out there that the Giants might be possibly trying to trade up to the number 1 overall pick. How true? Did you hear some chit chat about that as well?
I mean, that is 100% true. I mean, I've been saying that since January, that's my
love it.
That my expectation since January has been that the Giants would trade up for the highest available pick. If that's 1, it's 1. If it's 2, it's 2. I don't know that the Titans are going to trade. We learned last year with the Patriots, just because you want to trade doesn't mean the other team wants to trade. So
right.
I don't know if either pick will be available. Whenever either pick becomes available, I expect the Giants to be the team to trade up for it for 2 reasons. 1, they're desperate. And 2, the team that trades down isn't going to want to trade out of Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter. So the Giants' best leverage back isn't even their offer. It's okay. You want to trade with the Jets or you want to trade with the Raiders? Then good luck when you're on the clock at 6 or 7 and you have to pick Tatoria McMillan or whatever, who might be a good player, but he isn't Travis Hunter. So
right.
I feel like there's probably some truth to every rumor out there because I feel like I'm guessing, but they've reached out to everyone about every player and every moving up to the first spot or the second spot. I feel like they want to know what every scenario could be.
I tweeted this a couple weeks ago, and people laughed and ridiculed. I get it. You can't say anything nice about Joe Schoen, and God knows I'm one of his biggest critics. But Saquon Barkley, $20.5 million, by the way. What I would say is, I tweeted this a couple weeks ago about Joe Schoen. He is the king of due diligence, right? Not every GM here has done this, and not every GM in the NFL does this. He does not leave a stone unturned. So yes, to your point, Chef A, he would. There is probably some varying level of truth to most rumors because he does call about everything. He does. He will. If something doesn't happen, it's not going to be oh wow, Joe Schoen didn't know that was even an option. That's not going to happen. Yeah, he might have no interest in Zach Wilson, but I wouldn't be surprised if he called to find out Zach. You know what I mean?
Right. And one more question, of course, Ryan, and we'll get you going, brother. I apologize here for the wait.
No, we're good.
But
only minor screaming in the background.
I heard that. I
heard.
It sounded like home. That's like the soundtrack to my house. I'm like
in there. Yeah.
I miss those noises. I miss those, man. But of course, man, the hottest name is Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward. Are the Giants looking at other possibilities at quarterback besides those two hot names at this point? But the fact that you said they're trying to reach 100%, I'm sure they're kind of locked in on one. But do they think they have a plan B? Do you think?
So I would say yes, they've been looking at other quarterbacks. Jackson Dart, they obviously did work on him. Tyler Shaw was a guy. The Louisville kid was a quarterback who shot up boards after the Senior Bowl. I think if they ended up trading for Matthew Stafford, you would have been looking at a situation where they picked a win now player, Hunter, Graham, Carter, and tried to get as good as they can this year and used a second, third, fourth round pick on some developmental quarterback, like we've seen them do in the past, Davis Webb, Ryan Nassib, et cetera. I think that's what they would have done. This situation where they're going to end up with a placeholder starter more than a Super Bowl kind of guy like Stafford, I think is more of a situation where those guys are kind of more out the window now, and it's really Sanders or Ward. And I'll say the buzz around the combine, you'll read it everywhere, is that there's a good separation between Ward and Sanders, right? Like I'm seeing mock drafts after the combine where like Shedeur Sanders, was it NFL.com had him like 29th in their latest mock draft. PFF might have even dropped him out of the first round of their latest mock draft. I believe this is just Ryan Dunleavy's talking to people opinion after leaving the combine.
We want to hear it.
The Giants have them closer together than most teams have. That would be my strong opinion, is that the Giants see less separation between the two than other teams do. I don't know who's won. In January I would have told you Shedeur is one. Now it seems like that might be turning. Whatever, 1A, 1B. Right now, I don't know that the Giants even know right now, but I would tell you, my guess is we get to April and both quarterbacks have advocates in the building, which isn't that uncommon because last year there were guys in the Giants building and girls in the Giants building who preferred Jaden Daniels, and there were those who preferred Drake May. So they didn't get either one, but I would think that's going to happen again.
Say no more, guys. Let's give Ryan, of course, the last, I think, couple super chats here. They paid for it. Then we'll answer it quick for you guys. All right. But after this, we can't let him in. He got to run. All right. So, Jeff, what do you got, brother? I'm sorry I ain't hit the cue. Hold on.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Right,
well, we got one directly for Ryan, so I'm going to kick off here with Cease. And thank you, Cease, for the super. Can you give a name you heard at the combine for a Giants free agent link in-house? Anybody re-signing or definitely leaving that you could share? Or hunch, anything?
I do not expect Darius Slayton to be back by any means.
that hurt.
I've been saying this for weeks. I think Pat Leonard had him in us talking ball yesterday, and he pretty much said what I've been saying, which is he wants to win. He is not looking to rebuild. The Giants had their chance last year to lock him up when he held out of OTAs. They didn't do it. I would say that relationship is headed in a different direction at this point. In-house, who else? It's Greg Van Roten might resign as a backup journeyman because he's local, which would be nice. What the Giants need to do is turn more starters into backups so that they have better depth.
Well said.
He will not be re-signed as a starter.
Good to know.
Pinnock, I think, is a possibility. Joe Shane doesn't really value safety as a position, so that's a possibility. He could come back on a cheap deal. And who's the fourth guy? Oh, Aziz. Aziz is going to get paid probably somewhere. Pass rushers get paid. Pass rushers get paid. Bryce Huff got paid. He's going to get, I would guess, between $10 and $12 million somewhere. Giants aren't going to pay him that. A name I heard mentioned for the Giants would be Will Fries, the guard from the Colts, I believe he is. But he was a name I heard for the Giants. I do know that they are looking at guards. And then the guy, no one told me, I can't say anyone told me this at the combine, but someone texted me the day they hired Marquand Manuel to be the defensive backs coach. Someone texted me and said, book DJ Reed to the Giants. So obviously Manuel spent the last 4 years with the Jets. DJ Reed was with the Jets. That's an obvious tie. I don't know that. No one has. If I knew that as a fact, I would write Giants zeroing in on him per source. But somebody texted me the day he was there, the day they locked Manuel, put DJ Reed in for the Giants. I got to circle back to that person now, actually, and see if that's real information or just connecting the dots guess. But I would say those two guys.
Yeah, real quick on if they go DJ Reed. Is there any sense that you get that Hunter would be out of the question at that point?
No.
Or Hunter's on the board no matter what
Correct.
they do in free agency? Gotcha. Okay.
Correct. If they don't go quarterback, then they're getting Hunter or Carter. They're not going to let Kayvon and Burns detract them from Carter, and they're not going to let DJ Reed or Paulson Adebo or Charvarius Ward, whoever they get, and Deontay Banks take them away from Hunter. They're in the get difference making players kind of market right now.
Fair.
Let's go. All right, man. Anything else for brother Ryan?
We can handle the other ones. Let's let Ryan go. Ryan, feel free to plug anything you're working on, man.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I actually have a column out today that I feel very strongly about. I just posted it. It says the number one trap the Giants can't fall into this year in the quarterback search is looking for their next Eli Manning clone.
Yeah.
And I mean he's got to say nothing and be unflappable and handle the New York media and the spotlight and be this aw shucks guy. And no, you did that with Daniel Jones.
Yep.
It didn't work because he's not as good a player as Eli Manning. Find the best player. Stop obsessing about the personality and how he's going to handle the media and the fans and criticism. Fine. Right. Baker Mayfield wouldn't have handled it well, but you know what? He can play. So you know what I mean? Not all guys have to be the same. You know what I mean? So I went back. I found some old quotes about Daniel comparing him to Eli from his rookie year. And then I talked to two people at the combine who were no longer part of the Giants, but were part of the Giants then, about whether they think Daniel Jones was we need Eli Manning clone pick and if the Giants need to get away from that now. So I feel pretty strongly about that. Stop looking for your next Eli Manning and start looking for your next whatever. Lamar Jackson,
you need a new guy.
Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, whatever the personality is. If the guy can win, New York will love him.
There it goes, man. And of course, you guys can follow Ryan on X, man. Shout out your handle if you can, brother.
It's R.Y. Dunleavy. First two letters of my first name, whole last name.
There you go, man. And of course, guys, it's Ryan Dunleavy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, when you have some more time, come on here and chill with us, brother, man. We would love to have you back.
Anytime. We'll do it again, maybe around draft. And you should, El Jefe, you should have us all over for burgers. That's how I feel.
Let's go. Let's go.
I can't keep watching these videos, sharing them with the other guys on the beat, saying this guy's hilarious, and then you don't cook for us. So
let's go. Yo, you got to do that. All beat reporters for El Jefe.
Yeah.
Completely fair. And you guys we all deserve some kind of treat for the amount of time we put into this. But I'd love to make that happen. So let's do it.
All right. See you guys. Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, man, Ryan, of course, is the GOAT, man. That was huge for us. Hopefully, you guys got a little bit of information. Ryan, of course, will be back when he has a little bit more time. You guys heard the kids in the background. You guys heard them going crazy back there. So shout out to Ryan Dunleavy. Thank you so much for stopping by, brother. We do appreciate it, man, as always. But, guys, let's get to a couple super chats here that was left, and we'll try to answer it the best we can.
Yep.
And shout out to the people of X. I'm sorry. Shout out to the people of X leaving comments. Marissa, I seen it. I sneaked your question in without highlighting it. So forgive me if we didn't highlight it there. But, of course, Ryan had a little bit of time, but hopefully he answered your question. But Keep those comments coming in from X, guys. We need those. And, of course, hit that notification bell. But let's get to the super chats, guys. I'm sorry about that.
And I want to let you guys know, in case you missed last week's show and the big announcement, we are headed to the draft. So any super chat, we appreciate you guys so much. So keep sending in the supers because that's going to get us to Green Bay. And so that we don't have to sleep on the street. So any super chat, any amount would be absolutely awesome and appreciated. So we love you guys. You know that. And we're going to take you with us. So by that, I mean, we're documenting the entire experience, right? We're going to be there for that first round draft pick. If it's number 3, if they trade up to number 1, we're going to be there. We're trying like hell to get ourselves right in the pit and send you footage from the experience and take you guys with us. So any super is going right towards that. So we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we're fucking excited, dude. We are excited.
All that money is going to go to a good cause, whether it's like a silly hat or a beer or something fun. It's going to be used in a good way. And you're helping us show you guys what the inside looks like. Hopefully, man. We hope we're down there with the nitty gritty, maybe going to some after parties. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time, but we're gonna have an awesome time, man. And every cent is much appreciated because, as you know, we're not a part of a machine. We grow this thing from the bottom up. Man.
Solely independent. But of course, man, shout out to the 752 people that are in the building watching, man. That is freaking huge for us. So shout out to you guys for supporting and of course getting the super chats there. But let's try to pick up the super chats here, man. And we got over topics to discuss here, guys.
Oh, a little curveball here.
Oh,
hey. And he said this may have been answered. He thought it, but
yes.
Does the Washington acquisition of Debo increase the need for the Giants to acquire a DB, or can Deontay Banks develop? Yeah, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but any other thoughts, Spiro? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they have to get a veteran, like without a doubt. Deontay Banks, a lot of this defense recovering hinges on Deontay Banks getting a bounce back season. But as you heard from Ryan Dunleavy, he's saying that, like, hey, even if they sign a guy, they're going Travis Hunter too, probably. Like, they're not going to hesitate at all. So they subscribe, it sounds like, to you can never have too many defensive backs. You can never have too many edge rushers and defensive backs. That's what you should live by. And when you're playing the Commanders of the world and the Eagles of the world in our own division all the time, you better load up on both those things. So looks like they're loading up. Yeah, agreed. Increase. Yes, Chris.
So guys, let me say this because I need your opinion on this because Ryan hit something that was kind of crazy. If the Giants can't trade up to get the quarterback that they're looking for, how would you feel if Cam Ward or Shedeur is off the board by the time they hit 3 and he does, then they do get a Travis Hunter, but the veteran quarterback is Aaron Rodgers for 2 years. How do you guys feel about that at this point? Because Aaron Rodgers can be certainly real according to Ryan Dunleavy. Like it's really seem like it's materializing into something. So give me your thoughts if they don't get their quarterback this year, guys, and they just take Aaron Rodgers. And I'm going to start with El Jefe.
I think that's fine. I mean, if they're there and they take the best, there are 2 defensive studs right there. And you could argue, throwing Graham in there. You got 3 guys that the Giants could plug and play starters immediately and make this team better. So, and a lot of people feel like the quarterbacks are not worth trading up for or even taking with the top 3 pick. So if you want to mitigate a little bit of that risk and just take a defensive stud that is a plug-and-play starter, then that's fine. You can still get your veteran and you still draft a developmental guy behind him. And listen, there's more years to get a quarterback. If you shop hungry, you're going to regret it, and that's what the Giants can't do. They can't be trading away the future to move up 2 spots to get a guy that you hope is the answer, right? Nothing is guaranteed. So I'm fine with it as a plan B. I'd rather them stay put than trade the farm and potentially be wrong about it. Speed, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think trade with Rodgers, you have to be able to, I think, give him the best option. And again, the best option is, as you said, Carter and Hunter. I think they'll still draft somebody if Dart's there round 2 by some miracle. I don't think he'll be there, but like look for a Ewers in like round 3 where they could still like develop this guy and show something. You have to have something for the future. It can't be Rodgers or bust. Because if it's Rodgers or bust, what happens if Rodgers, gets injured again? Your whole plan is just a 41-year-old, quarterback and no sign of the future at all. No, I think there's the guy that Tyler Shuff that he mentioned before, Ryan Dunleavy, before he left, and Ewers. Those are two guys in like round 3 that I could see that if they're still there, and if they went Rodgers and did not Ward or Sanders, that they could target and get those. That's what I think I would do.
All right, let me say this. Let me round this up for you. If the Giants can't get their quarterback, I'm with Hefe. I'm fine because you're not trading any assets to go get the guy that you think could be the answer. It doesn't show desperation at this point because we understand the Giants are desperate at this point, right? But I don't mind if it's Aaron Rodgers for 2 years. After Shedeur and Cam, I really do think the gap for quarterbacks is far apart.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they need to get a developmental type of guy. Just go draft your offensive lineman. Go draft another quarterback. Go draft a linebacker. Draft someone that's going to help Aaron Rodgers or help the defense out at this point. So when Aaron Rodgers gives you 28 touchdowns, which I believe he threw last season, if he gives you that 28 touchdown season, 30 touchdown season, the offense is clicking and they're doing well, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So even if the wins don't equate to playoffs, that's still progress. And you can still go up there and be like, you know what? Yes, we have Aaron Rodgers for another year, but now I could trade the farm because the team shows promise. They're just missing that signal caller. So maybe we can look at the next quarterback that could be hot coming out. Again, I haven't did my research on it, guys. I don't know who's hot coming out next. Speed, you can tell me. But that next guy that can make a name for himself next season, we can go trade the farm and get that guy because we already had the pieces from the last draft that's showing that they're developed enough to actually be starters in the league. So I'm with Hef. Don't trade away the draft pick. Get the best player available at that position or at that point, that number, and then just stick with Aaron Rodgers if that's your guy for a 2-year contract. And I think the Giants will be in good shape if they show they can win 5 or 6 games. I think that's the ceiling for them. So at this point, if you could do that, perfect plan, man. In my opinion,
not to mention that if you get Rodgers, there's a high likelihood Devontae Adams follows him, and you're looking at Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Malik Neighbors, and on the other side of the ball, you held on to Tibbs because you didn't trade him to move up a spot. So you got 3 pass rushers. You got more things to be excited about as a whole, right? Instead of because even if you draft a rookie and you get Aaron Rodgers, the rookie may not see the field the first year if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy.
God willing. Yeah.
Right. Right. So, but you got that defensive stud for 5 years, with that 5th-year option and first-round pick. So I'm completely fine with that. It makes the team better because we're not winning a Super Bowl next year. Start laying the groundwork to put this roster together, get the trenches right, and move towards setting a rookie quarterback up for success as opposed to drafting one out of desperation because you didn't yet. And you got no quarterbacks except DeVito.
Totally agree, guys. Let's get to, of course, man. I got a reformer revivalist of the month, Greg. Let's get to his super right there, man.
Hey,
Greg.
What's up, my man?
Spiro, go ahead. Go ahead, Spiro. I apologize.
Is he ready to go? We've been trying to get him ready to go for a minute now.
Listen, you ready to go? Yeah, Ryan Dunleavy. We had to get him on real quick, but I got it well. I'm just going to watch in silence. Nah, I don't need a tissue. No, you don't need a tissue, Greg. You know you're always available. We got to get you popped in here one of these shows. But, hey, when Showbills calls, we have to get Ryan in here, right? It was like last second, and we made it work. But we still appreciate the hell of you, Greg, because, like we said, this is all going towards the draft, and it's going to get used very well.
So, guys, let me just say this, man. Shout out to the 867 people in the building. What Greg is talking, yes. What Greg is talking about, guys, is being revivalists of the month. We pick out somebody from the chat here that goes crazy and support us here every week, and we share the platform with them. They come on the show and they get to talk some Giants football. We've been trying to get Greg on for a minute. I know Craig is kidding around here, but let's finally get you on here and get going. And then we have Bartlett as well. That's for the revivalist of the month of, I believe, March and February was Craig. So we got to get both of you guys on the show and make sure we make do on that there. So we do appreciate you guys. Of course, we had former revivalists of the month on here before. So that's what's up, guys. I just want to get to a couple of super chats. I mean, because I want to show them guys love too. That's where most of our audience is right here. So shout out, man. There's a guy that agrees with you, El Jefe, man. I don't think the Giants win the Super Bowl, but the path to the NFC is what is it? Path to the NFC playoffs.
I think it's so much easier. Yeah. It is easier than the AFC. I'll tell you that much.
I agree.
Just to get to the dance, right?
Yeah.
Just to get you got the Eagles and Lions, and those are the powerhouses right now.
The Eagles are a whole ass problem right now.
Yeah,
and they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
But perfect segue. Saquon got paid. Saquon got paid. He got paid a whole lot of money, man. 2-year extension, $41.2 million, $36 million fully guaranteed, and $15 million in incentives. Guys, he reset the running back market here, and rightfully so. We know how special Saquon is, but we know how pukey it is that he reps the Eagles at this point. But let me just say this, and I'll give you guys, don't be mad at me when I say this, Giants community. Please don't. But I've said this on Revival way before Saquon Barkley was released, and we were here at this point. I didn't know he was going to Philly, but I said, "Yo, go get your money, go win a Super Bowl, go ahead and get it, young man." And I'm happy for Saquon. I have no ill feelings about the guy himself, because when he was here, he was the ultimate leader. He was a great locker room guy. He was great with the media, great with the fans. Saquon Barkley was a leader here, and he's sorely missed here, of course, at the Giants. But of course, I'm not going to continue to glaze him, as these young kids say. But shout out to him, man. You got paid. Do your thing, man. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? But Speed, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's few guys that can bet on themselves and turn in the season that they turned in. Like, and the only other guy that I can think of recently was Aaron Judge.
I saw you post that. Perfect comparison.
With the 60-something home runs, and this was a very comparable season. He had 2,000 yards, almost broke the record, and couldn't have a better, healthier running back season. And then he capped it off with a Super Bowl. So, you know what? Kudos to him for trusting in himself, betting on himself, and then going to a team with a great offensive line and just winning. And he won in both life and on the field. It as much as it pains me that it was the Eagles that he did it with, I have to respect Saquon, the guy, because he is an awesome guy. We always said that. And we always said, as soon as he leaves here, he's probably going to be a star. We always said we knew it was going to happen. Sucks it was with the Eagles, but good for Barkley for trusting himself, trusting that he was going to get that money and go into the place where he needed to go to get it. So he won, man.
It's the contract is crazy because they still had him locked up for another year. He was still under contract for next year, but I feel like Howie Roseman, you saw the nauseating video of after the Super Bowl, how much they love each other. Saquon picked him up. I'd never seen Saquon hug Joe Shane like that.
No. Or Dave Gettleman, who drafted him. I haven't seen that either.
Nobody's picking up Dave Gettleman, but
yeah, you're right. That's a big guy.
But you saw the love there. And it's like Howie's couldn't have more job security. Now he's having fun with the job. He knows he's good at it. Now they got confidence. They got a stacked roster. They're releasing these older guys, clearing up space. And he's like, I'm going to give Saquon what he deserves because of what he actually, what he means to him personally and what he just did for that whole team. When you have a running back, the position has been so devalued, but you put a really, really talented guy behind a absolute stud offensive line, and this is what you get. And Saquon is just, above and beyond what other running backs can do. And you're seeing just like an apex predator reach his potential behind the best offensive line. And it was a match made in heaven. And it sucks that it played out this way for the Giants, but Howie deserves credit, man. He made this happen.
Well, can I just say one more thing? I don't think it's a particularly great, smart contract to bet on a running back that's going to last that many years. But that's what that's what a team that won the Super Bowl could do. They could be like, hey, listen, this guy took us to the Super Bowl. We have our quarterback locked up. We have our wide receiver locked up. We have our offensive line locked up. I'm going to pay my running back because he deserves it. And that's what a winner could do. And that's what the Giants, if you think about it, back in 2007, they were pressing all the right buttons. They were throwing money around. They were taking risks on draft picks because they were playing with house money at that point. They just won their second Super Bowl in 4 years. And a GM that has that ability and that leeway could do that kind of shit. So listen, it didn't work out in the end for the Giants. Their run ended, but Harry Roseman's on top of the world. He can do whatever he wants, and I'm sure the fans just love this move. They love this move. It's just an awesome feeling and good for it makes me want to puke all these good things I'm saying, but
It's just
hold on. Let me just highlight one thing from X, and guys, we get to the super chats. Thank you so much for super chatting, guys. I just want to highlight a couple X people because that's something rare, and that's most of our audience here. But shout out Clay from Brooklyn. There are 18 wide receivers who will make more than Saquon's new salary. Are there 18 wide receivers you rather have, guys? No clue.
Don't make your son a running back. Let's just say that.
Yeah, right. I go wide out, but I don't know any
let
wide receivers who I have on free agency. I mean, you still got Darius Slayton ain't coming back, but Devontae Adams is, according to Ryan Dunleavy, it could be a possibility of coming out. Did he say that as well? That it could be for that was that you, Speed? Forgive me.
What?
That Devontae Adams could be an option if
yeah. I mean, you're just drawing the You draw the dots and you connect the dots, and Adams typically goes wherever Rodgers goes, and you could stay in the same area. You don't have to move. So an Adams and Rodgers combo makes total sense. I mean, I don't know where his priorities are, if he wants to win or not, but hey, it'd be cool to imagine again an Adams, Neighbors, Wanda Robinson little wide receiver core that could feed families in New York, man. That could feed families.
That's right. It makes you if like Darius Slayton is walking, you're not going to think twice about it if you're talking about Devontae Adams and Malik Neighbors on the outside.
Yeah.
Clay from Brooklyn. In fairness, they just won a chip. I bet Saquon Barkley would have hugged Joe Shane if they had won. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, he was loving Dable when they were winning in 2022. There was a lot of that. Just the numbers are crazy. Remember, like what Giants offer was like 13.5 a year, and Shane was talking about the age of a running back. It's like the age wasn't the problem. You have a special player. You're just not built for him to reach his ceiling, even close to it.
Listen, guys, shout out to the 937 people in the building. Let's get right into it with the super chat. Tuto.
Salute.
You do Tuto, man.
To the NYR fam and crew and all diehard Giants fans across the pond. Greetings from our entire rugby team currently training in North London. And all them boys. Loses, including Saquon Shorty. Forget about it.
I like when he says, slap all the stanky boys. That's
the best. That's a typical Tuto line.
We got to get
former revivalist of the month.
Love it, baby.
Richard Judge. Rich, we got to have you back on, man. We got to have you back.
Yeah,
we love them orange ones.
Love and respect New York Revival. Love and respect
Rich,
you, Rich.
Day one guy, always here, man. Shout out to you, Rich. Thank you so much, man.
One more. Did he come back from war?
Please suit me up in them Giants gears, and I'll guarantee the opposing team's QB and O-lines won't be able to walk off that pitch on their own powers, mate. Guaranteed. He's taking out legs, bro.
I am terrified of Tuto. I like bar fight. I never met him, but he's my first draft pick.
He's got to
have on my side, and unbelievable,
guys,
crazy guy.
Can I ask a couple things here? Because of course we got a little bit of a lineup here as far as the show. We went through our quarterbacks, we went through etc. I believe we went through draft picks. I don't think that we need to talk about that there. But can I get to the Shedeur and the rumors that are going around a little bit, guys? Just to kind of, I want to get your opinion, man. Of course, man, there was reports that Shedeur Sanders from a team was very arrogant. I guess too confident or scared.
Yeah.
I don't know. Scary. I don't know, man. But they just said he came off a little bit cocky, according to one of the NFL quarterbacks coaches around the league, man. So just want to get your opinion, man, because there's mixed reports. And of course, Josina Anderson, shout out, friend of the shows, man, kind of debunked that. And of course, our guy too, that's going to be here on the show, guys, just to let you know. He's coming up, Mr. Emery. He's going to come up on the show here. So just to let you know, at the end of the month before the draft, you're going to have him on board. All had different opinions there, but I'm going to start with you, Speed, man. Give me your thoughts on that, man, and that report. And
so the report was one of the reports was this was a quarterback's coach, and he said something to the sense of like Shedeur didn't care about what happened with this team. He didn't really it seemed unprofessional from this guy's standpoint. And in my opinion, I don't know, man. I've gone so far back and forth with Shedeur, and it's mostly, obviously you have taken off the field stuff, on the field stuff, and I think I've ended up where I need to here, that I love him as a quarterback. But listen, if you were worried about Shedeur's confidence and his attitude, then you probably weren't drafting him in the first place, right? Like, Like you were either a Shedeur guy or not, and I think people have this set in thought about him, and because listen, the confidence and his attitude is part of what makes him great. You know, if that's not for you, then so be it. You know, people said the same shit about Baker Mayfield when he was coming out. You know, same thing about Manziel and Tebow. You know, all these guys, they come in with these attitudes, and either you like it or you don't. And now Baker Mayfield's making them pay. You know, he's talking that talk, he's walking a walk, and that's what makes him great. And he wasn't. I compare these two guys a lot to each other. Like, didn't have the rifle arm, but he got the job done. Baker Mayfield, and he had that swagger about him. He had that confidence, and that's what Shedeur brings, and that poise, and he just makes winning plays. And that's that. You say what you want about it, but like that's a guy that I would like on my team. But what I hate the most is when you say you have your report, you have you think what you think about Shedeur. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to your team. Keep it within your own thing. Why spread that out there and ruin the kid's draft stock and potentially cost him millions? It's just nasty work, bro. It's nasty work, and I hate it. I don't understand it.
Well said. The only thing on that is that it's going to force people to pass on him, and maybe because like Deion was a polarizing figure. He was the most confident guy in the league while playing, so that doesn't surprise me that his son has got the same confidence. And if people are going to pass on that, it's going to give him an even bigger edge. And they're going to, I mean, are you a leader of men? I don't know of any actual off the field issues that he has at all. So is it his confidence, his sideways hat? Like, you're going to miss out on a great player and a great leader because of these, exterior things, or you're afraid to make that investment and they're going to regret it. So I think it's insane. And the best thing Spiro said is, if that's how you feel, just shut your mouth and don't take him. There's no reason to ruin his stock.
Unless you're doing dirty work and trying to get him to drop, which is still dirty work.
Listen, guys, let me say this. It is dirty work, but I just want to say this all seriousness. And guys, when I say this, I'm not putting one particular person in a category. This isn't for everyone when I'm about to say this. So if it applies to you and you get offended, then I'm talking to you then. Okay, when I say this. And I'm honest here. But let's be honest. A confident black man in America can make people uncomfortable. Okay. And that's what Shedeur Sanders oozes in confidence. He came from a father who was successful in the NFL and is rich by all the stretch of the imagination. Successful head coach as well on a collegiate level. So when you have a person that with that background that comes in and with that confidence, it can scare certain people in America. We get it, guys. We know what this is. And this is an uncomfortable conversation to have, and I get it. And I won't go into great details because I don't want to waste y'all time. We'll do that on another show.
No.
Okay. But yes, the backwards hat, the swag, the cachet, the arrogance, I guess people would say. Certain people are just uncomfortable here in the United States of America. Guys, when are you going to get over this? To the person that actually said this, I'm sure of it. Got to look in the mirror and ask himself, man, like, damn, maybe I crippled his stock. Maybe you were 100% wrong for actually doing that to this young man. Shout out to Josina Anderson and Emery, who actually came and debunked that as soon as possible and was like, yo, nah, there's a bunch of these people here that love Shedeur Sanders. I don't know where that report's coming from, but whoever it is absolutely wrong. And you should be outed at this point. You want to kind of put the face to who you are. And it's unfortunate we can't. And of course, behind the scenes, people talk. And I won't divulge any information of what I know. Who I won't even let my brothers know. It's because I'll have the information and I'll just hold on to it. But you should really show yourself, man. It's a shame that you would do that to such a young man to try to cripple his stock, cripple his worth. If he's confident, so be it. I like that, especially on a team like the Giants. We kind of need that here. Or any team. They need that kind of cachet, that leadership that's here that he's going to bring, because that guy oozes leadership. No off the field issues. The kid is a very good kid, but very confident. And of course, a black man walking into a room of vultures can make certain people uncomfortable. All right? Let's be honest here. Cut it out. Let Shedeur Sanders live. Let him get the most money that he can. Make him of course, generate generational wealth for his family, future family that he may have. Good for him. And keep oozing that confidence. Keep oozing that, Shedeur. That's going to get you far. It's going to get you places. And I hope you come to the Giants or whatever team that you're at, that you're very successful. But that's where I'm at on that stance there.
You cooked. The whole chat was with you. You know we're with you. And people are going to miss out, and they're going to regret it. So
it's going to be interesting. And let's take the off the field part of it out. It's the varying opinions about where he's going to go from 1 to 2 to 29 to 30. Now, I don't remember haven't seen like such a variance in like opinions on a guy, on a quarterback. And this is the time of the year they always just they cook all these quarterbacks, and some of it's nefarious in that they want them to drop. And it's weird. Josina said top 7, and it's so specific. Why? I'm confident it's not us. I don't think it's anybody else, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the building like Shedeur here. But to say 7 kind of makes me think it's 7.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're cooking. Hold up.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Guys, we have to stop everything here today.
Yeah, stop the show.
This has to be the largest super chat we have seen on the show. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But guys, we have to immediately stop, because we got to understand, when super chats come in, you guys are getting us to Green Bay. You guys are getting us into the draft. And if it wasn't for that, this was helping support the channel. So when you guys spend your hard-earned money, we have to stop and immediately go to these super chats here. And boy, we got a big one. Shout out to Bartlett.
Let's go, Bartlett.
Revivalist of the month here. Shout out to you, brother. Wow. You got to get double in horns. Round of applause to on that, man.
Guys, that's so huge for us. I know we keep saying it, but this is going directly towards this trip. Like, we do everything ourselves. We don't have a media company behind us. We're the producers, we're the editors, we're the talent, we're the post-production. Like, this is it.
Yeah. We booked all the guests ourselves. We know all the people you guys want to talk to. We do it all ourselves, guys. All right. We do it all ourselves. But Hef, go ahead, get into it.
I was saying, does he? This one got it. He thought it was $9.99.
Now Bartlett's revivalist of the month. We know what it is. Hold on. Did we shout out his question? We gotta go back to Bartlett. What he said.
I don't think he had a question. It was just
he was saying this is just love Shedeur swag, but rather go best D player available, and that's fair. Like,
I respect that. Listen, I respect that.
If it just so happens that they just have on your board, if you have Shedeur somewhere in the 20s and you have Abdul Carter and Hunter as your second or third guy on your board, I get it. If that's the move. Let's not. And I don't think this is going to affect Joe Shane, and I don't think it's going to affect Brian Dable. I don't think his level of confidence has anything to do with what their assessment is on him, and I think they like it. Like, you see it all the time. So, I think Dable likes him, and I don't think I have an issue there at all.
Guys, I just want to say this, man. Shout out to the 1,036 people who are watching today. My God.
Love it.
The support is unbelievable. Guys, the more you watch this show and etc., the more guests and etc. will love to come on this show. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much.
Eli, I'm just giving you all the credit for tonight's success. Eli, we got on the phone earlier today. Eli's like, and I'll just tell you guys, who cares? Eli was like, we need to throw a spark on the show tonight. I got to get somebody on the show. And me and Spiro were like, I think we're okay, man. I think we can do this. And he's like, no, fuck you guys. I'm going to go get somebody.
I was very passionate today.
Right? And then 5 minutes before the show, he didn't quit all day. He got shot down. And that's another thing, man. You better be willing to swing the bat if you are in this kind of role where you're asking people to join your show and stuff. And he never quit. And at the buzzer comes Ryan Dunleavy. We're literally pressing live as he joins. And I think that was the difference tonight. So shout out, Eli. You
Shout out to
relentless
Ryan
son
Dunleavy.
of a bitch, you.
No, listen, shit. I was passionate today. I was so passionate. I was like, no, guys, we got to do it. They were like, no, no. So it was great.
It's like, no, damn it.
Yeah, right. When we have these conversations behind closed doors, I tell you, man, like some of us can be real passionate. Like Speed will get out of breath and you see the foam coming out his mouth over the phone, even though we don't see anything. But you see the passion. He'd be like, his mind be going at a minute, out of breath. And then you got Hefe that's just like, no, I just think we should do this, man. And that's it. What the hell is this? What is this? What is that? Tax information? What are we doing?
Don't worry about that. That was the wrong picture. What
do you
I
think?
To show.
Yeah, you think, man? Somebody got your social there.
Are you trying to show this? What are you trying to show,
No,
Spee?
I'm trying to show.
Blank that out.
So I'm trying to show what I'm trying to show, and
important tax documents.
Yeah, right. What the
sorry.
Yeah.
Whoops. No, what I'm trying to show is what Ben Albright, who's been pretty tapped in on all things Giants and all things NFL, his text today was pretty awesome. His tweet, man, I'm all flustered because of what just happened.
Spiro, get it together. Take a breath.
Get it together,
Take a
brother.
breath. Take a sip. Do something.
Hold on. Here, I got you guys. Here I got is the tweet.
Do you?
He was asked, what is the hottest thing, and what do you think the Giants are going to do? And Ben Albright says the plan right now is to woo Aaron Rodgers and to trade to one. So, listen, guys, let me sell you on this.
Sell me.
Yeah, please.
This could be, and actually, the chances are pretty high that this is the last chance that Joe Shane and Brian Dable are going to be able to draft a quarterback, right? Because if they don't win 7 games this year, and they need to go twice, they need to hit twice here. Let's not make no mistake about it. You can't just draft a quarterback and I don't think win enough games to survive, and you can't just sign a quarterback to survive. They need to hit twice, and this might be the last chance they have to draft a quarterback. Do you really want to go out with like Tyler Shuffs of the world, or the fucking Ewers of the world, or these back end developmental guys?
No.
Or do you want to just throw caution to the wind and be like, listen, I love this guy Cam Ward. I'm going to go up and get him, and I'm going to double up on this, the most important position that we have not even touched in the 4 years that we've been here. So you go get a Rodgers to ensure that they can win this year, and then you go get a Cam Ward, because if we're here in the top 3 again, Joe Shane and Brian Dable have been long gone and probably fired mid-season. So they're not going to get a chance to draft another quarterback. Somebody else is. So do it now. If you believe in Cam Ward, do it now. Go get your guy. If it, I'd be a little bit like, it give me heart palpitations if we give up next year's first. But if anything other than that, we get to eat it. Let me get my point out. Let me get my point out.
Oh, here we go. Round two.
Cam Ward is going to be, if you think he's the guy, next year's first is a small price to pay if you nail on the pick. Nobody's gonna be like, if he's good, but they gave up. No, you get your guy, and if you're right, that you have your quarterback for the next decade. And the Giants have waited on the sidelines too long to not take their shot. Go get him. What do you want? What you got?
Speed. I have to agree with you this one.
I didn't expect that.
I was
hoping
you didn't
expect that, man. You was like, Eli, let me get my point across. I was like, I'm going to agree with him. But no, I agree with you, Speed. The only thing I'll say in the caveat that I add, if that's your guy, you go get him. And what I mean by go get him is by any means necessary. Yeah. So if you want to throw in another number one because you think he's that guy for you, then go get him. You know what I mean? Like, who the hell are we as fans to sit back and be like, oh, he's taking too much. He's just drafting too much. Yeah, it could be too much. But if it turns out to be fruitful, who gives a crap about the draft picks at that point? We won't care because the guy can play. You know what I mean? So if Cam Ward is your guy and you want to give an extra draft capital, an extra incentive for the Tennessee to get out of that spot, then go do it, Giants. Get off the pot, Joe Shane.
Yeah.
Get it done. Enough of the rumor reels of what you're trying to do. And shout out to Ryan Dunleavy because he said 100% they're going to try to do that. But then go do it. Whatever it takes to go move up and get that number one spot, go get it. Go get it. I don't care how much it costs because if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it's egg on your face. You're fired. Who cares?
You're fired anyway, right?
Let the other GM come in and figure that out, right? But go get your guy.
That's what worries me. There's no tomorrow for these people.
But
That
Jeff,
makes them very dangerous people.
You
Name
said
that
it last year, though. You said it like, go get your guy, man. They have to get their guy, and they have to take a risk. At some point, you're gonna have to take a risk. And Aaron Rodgers to me is not that risk. He's a win now, short term, band-aid. What's your home run swing? Your home run swing is Cam Ward, or Shedeur Sanders, whatever. If you decide that Shedeur's your guy and you want to trade up and get him, so be it. But take that swing, and it gives. Because imagine this: Aaron Rodgers, plays good a couple games, and then Cam Ward comes out there and flashes. He flashes big time. Your offense is looking good. You think they're going to fire Brian Dable after winning 7 games and Cam Ward looks good?
No way.
No chance in hell.
Marriott still won't want to. He doesn't want to fire people. He hates
exactly. So let me just read this latest, just juicy little rumor.
Yeah.
So Saturday and Sunday, Titans rebuffed the Giants' offer of 2/3, which to me, of course. But if you're negotiating, start low, right? 2/3, sure, whatever. Giants came back offering the 3rd this year, 2nd next year, and Thibodeau in exchange for the 1st pick and Harold Landry. Very good edge. So you're swapping Thibodeau for a guy that's 5 years older than him, but has a lot more production than him and could set an edge. Harold Landry could set an edge, and he played in Bowen's system before. Yeah, so he's 29.
What is Bowen's system?
Well, I'm just saying he's got familiarity, so at least Bowen knows this guy.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Spee. All of this trade aside, if you could have one player, Landry or Thibodeau, who would it be? Current age.
I'm going Landry. I think Landry's better for this defense. I gotta be honest with you. Thibodeau's got the higher ceiling, but Landry's a 10-sack guy who can play defense and stop the run. And I'm so sick of seeing teams just have their way on the edge every single down. And so I need a guy that can set the edge and get after the quarterback, and Harold Landry could do that.
And
Thibodeau's gone, I think, after next year, unless he has a monster.
So that's why I like it. Is they probably don't want to pay him.
There you got that.
And listen, guys, they have eyes. Like, no disrespects to Kayvon Thibodeau, but I give him the harshest criticism that I can. The guy is inconsistent. The guy doesn't stop the run well. He attacks the quarterback. That's still inconsistent there. And again, he's about to be a veteran in his league. Actually, he is a veteran in his league. What is he on his 3rd, 4th year? I think, guys. So, listen, if you can dump that, because again, you as a guy that's in that high of a draft pick, you expect him to come in here and be like Aiden Hutchinson. Like you expect him to at least give you some sort of production in that realm, and he hasn't. So move on from him and get a guy that's a surefire. And you know what? I understand it's a 2nd and a 3rd. You know what? Throw in another 2nd then, and just get rid of the kid. No disrespect, but just go ahead and get the guy you want, and hopefully you can get the quarterback you want at this point. You know what I mean? So go do it. But go ahead, Hef. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you wonder why that move makes even more sense for Shane, is that it saves him the embarrassment of not giving his 5th and 7th overall pick a 2nd contract, because there's no way Evan Neal's getting one, right? And if you weren't going to pay Thibodeau, that would be a colossal failure to have 2 top 7 picks not reach 2nd contracts. That means you missed big time. Or you didn't do anything to whatever. Either way, it's bad.
Right.
But so this allows you to get your number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. It allows you to move off of Thibodeau for a more of a solid asset, granted older. But I would like them to see them be aggressive with, like, if you want to go get Rodgers, don't play cute and call him a backup plan, because you're seeing all these quarterbacks like rumored to go. I know Ryan doesn't think it's going to happen, but like Darnold is rumored to be talking to Minnesota again. Quarterbacks are kind of like, the rumors are coming out where they're going. So don't be caught sitting on your hands and Rodgers gone, and then we're back to Jameis Winston or whoever.
It's going to be such an interesting game of chicken, dude, because they're waiting out. The longer they wait, the more heat in the pants of the Titans is going to be. Because if you think about it, the Titans don't want to trade back to 7. I don't think. Ryan Dunleavy said it best. 3 is the optimal spot for them, because they can still get either one of the quarterbacks or a Carter or a Hunter. So we have, I think, and it's weird to say this, I know we're desperate to get a quarterback, but I think we have leverage in where our spot is that we're giving up. 3 is the spot for the Titans to go back to. And I don't think the Jets are trading the house for Cam Ward. So I really don't think we have much competition.
Do you know anything about the Titans GM? Is this a newer guy or is he?
Yeah,
I have no
Borgonzi. Yeah, Borgonzi. He's a guy who's been rumored to, he was a Chiefs guy, and he's been rumored to be in the GM cycle for a while. He was a hot name, so I think he knows what he's doing.
Is he a first-year
GM? On what route yeah. But it depends on what route he wants to go. Does he want to? Is he building for the future? Because they don't need to get he's not getting fired if he doesn't get his quarterback here.
Exactly.
If he doesn't believe,
right.
And this is where it's starting to be weird because if the Titans believed in Cam Ward already, why they should have shut this? They would have shut the trade talks down days ago, weeks ago.
You're right. Yeah,
but
guys,
the door's open for a reason.
That's true. And guys, I just want to say shout out between YouTube and X. We have 1,101 people in the building.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to you guys, man. New York Revival is cooking tonight. That's where it's at. We do appreciate you guys, man. Before we get out of here, guys, is there anything else you wanted to cover? I know we have some Knicks news. I know we have some. Oh, shoot. Holy shoot.
One more for Spiro.
Oh, let's go, Speed.
Slap them stanky boys.
Hard and deep. Hard and deep for our upcoming test on Sunday in North London against the Brits. Losers, mate. The losers. We'll be very busy filling up London hospitals all day. Yo, go Italy, go. I love you guys. I hope you guys crush. I still, you guys play way too early for me to watch, but I really hope that one day I'm either up the night before throughout that 5 o'clock game or vice versa, whatever happens. I want to see Tuto rip some heads off. Good luck to all you guys out there. You guys know we have our hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out. And, Mark, I see Mark B in the chat, man. He must be watching Mark's a little bit back a little bit because he's a little delayed in his comments. He's like, yeah, E, get him. And I'm like, yeah, that was like 30 minutes ago. Shout out to our brother.
Real quick. Let's touch on the Knicks and Rangers. I'm just going to do an overview of them.
Yeah.
Both teams are just, and again, the Knicks are in a battle right now. They're actually down 3-2 Golden State, but both teams seem to be rounding into form a little bit here. The Knicks are 20 games over 500. When was the last time? And we kind of not even talking about them too much, but they beat some good teams. They got Mitch back, and I think that's a key addition. If he just stays healthy, the defense might be turning the corner here. They're playing with a little want to. And speaking of want to, the Rangers, they're playing since JT Miller has come to this team. They are playing. This is a whole new Rangers team. They've made trades. They traded Lindgren. They traded VC. Trouba's out. Heedle's out. Kako's out. This is a brand new Rangers team mid-season. The trade deadline is not till Thursday. This team, it looks like they're playing smart defense. They're playing good defense for their goalies. Their goalies are playing well. They're getting their veterans are acting like they give a shit now, and they're 2 points out of the wild card. They're right in the thick of it. So our New York Madison Square Garden teams look to be rounding into the form at the right time, just into spring. That's what I'll say on that.
Man, and that's where it's at, man. Shout out, man, to the 1,107 people in the building. We do appreciate you guys. Shout out to the people of X, man. We highlighted some of you guys today. Hef, man, of course, let them know what that picture's about before we get out of here.
Thank you again for all the supers. Bartlett with a bomb from the top rope. But thank you guys, everybody who helped contribute. That's going right towards flights and hotel and rental car and food and maybe even some beers. I don't know. But either way, you're fueling us. You're getting us to the draft, and we're going to take you with us, document the whole thing. So it means the world, man. And we're going to be doing this every week leading up to the draft. We'll have our annual mock draft live probably the week before,
the People's Mock.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, I just want to know what food is my sister cooking back there.
Yeah, what you got, girl?
See the groceries coming in, man. Shout out to the sister.
What'd you pick up for me, girl? Salad and grilled chicken.
Shut the fuck up.
Get out of here.
Boo. But of course, guys, man, the People's Mock Draft is coming up. If you guys want to be involved in that show, we bring you on camera. You make picks if you're that particular team in that slot. Come on in and DM us or email us at the nyrevival@gmail.com. Or you can just pretty much go on the internet, X, New York Revival, and just let us know, man, if you guys are willing to jump on camera and want to pick in a certain slots. We do 1 to 10. And of course, man, we try to give you guys some cash money. And if you win, trying to get the picks right, of course, guys. So come along, come do it with us, man, and come join us for the People's Mock Draft. It's for you guys to win money as well. So do it. We give right back to you. But guys, of course, man. Yeah, listen, man. 1,126 people in the building. I was like, man, I forgot I gotta close this show. Man.
Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Bartlett, man. Shout the revivalist of the month, and of course, shout out Greg, which is the previous revivalist of the month. Got to get you guys both on the show, and of course, man, shout out to Ryan Dunleavy who stopped by as well, man, to give us some Giants information. Of course, with all the draft talks and the free agent talks, he'll be right back. And don't forget, guys, we got special guests lined up in the next couple of weeks. To close out March for you guys. Be on the lookout for that. I think it's some great guests you guys are going to want to stay tuned for. So if you're on X, please hit that notification bell, hit that follow button, and don't forget to retweet and like this here, guys. And of course, if you're on YouTube, please head over to YouTube. That's where the biggest support comes from as far as financially. So we do appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share and hit that notification bell as well. Let us know. Hit that thumbs up. So on behalf of my brother, man, you guys know who he is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Steve Genius.
Ooh, care more no matter what. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. I like that. We got to do another episode of that. And of course, our brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka El Jefe. And if you're called, of course, it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes. We see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Revival!
Let's go.